Hey gang, Rob here. Long time no talk. Sorry, I've been on vacation actually last week with the family. So pretty busy week last week, and this week's been nothing but catch up. But here we are, another solo raid boss raid thing going on, and of course we're going to be doing the guild one tomorrow. And the Ascension Tower has been progressing pretty well. Here we are in week 3, and as you can see, I've already kind of moved up my little pagoda. I think I'm as far as I'm probably end up gonna go. I went ahead and went the route to Void. So as you can see, I kind of went with almost everybody on here. I got the Abomination because I had to, but I wanted to get Lord Sumrak and I wanted to get the Soul Leech, but I got all the vitals on there I needed. If I do decide to change, we're gonna probably progress maybe into the maybe Realm. I think Realm's probably the better choice. Arcana is great. I like some of the options in Arcana, but there's just so many wasted Ascension Point cards or minions. So like the Brute, it's just fast. The Charger sucks. The Wisp Mother's not really great for this season. The Juggernaut sucks. So really the only ones you'd want would be the Elite Warriors, the Reflector, and the Revenant. But other than that, the rest of them are just trash. Going into the Realm, of course, Realm Rocks are always good. The Treant's good for the new healing feature that they have for the Ascension. Of course, Alchemist's range is always great. Haven't really played with the Devourer's Ascension, but I've seen it in play, and it's pretty scary. But it just depends on who's utilizing it. But then, of course, beyond that would be the Frost Imp, would be the Full Immortal Knight. Always the Fearless Leader is great. And then, of course, the Fire Witch is reduced cost. But again, the focus really was on Void. It was a good Ascension flow to go. So, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and do a video relative to the solo raid. I went ahead and progressed through the solo raid with all the free hits that they give you depending on your torches and also your level with the amount of hit that you have. So I squared that off so you guys don't have to watch me do all that nonsense. But this is going to be a video request from my boy Jay Curd. He requested me the other week to do it. So here I am, Jay. I'm doing it for you. So hopefully you enjoyed the video and it gives you some insight. I'll do a secondary video for the guild boss raid stuff. But really, the reason why I don't really do the solo raid and the guild boss raids anymore, as I explained to him, is the fact that it's so circumstantial based off of the Ascensions. There's really no strategy I can really provide that tells you how to have a very successful solo raid. A couple factors play. One of the main ones being your level. So if you're a level 7 like me, you're going to be able to get to level 47 right off the cuff because of the smash damage that your hero does. So based on your hero level, that's how much damage that's going to do. So that's the categories there. If you're a level 1, 2, or 3 hero, you're not going very far. So that means you're going to have to do a lot of extra work yourself. If you're a higher level hero, meaning like for mine level 7, I'm going to be able to do 6 million right off the bat. I mean, so any level that is less than 6 million, so anything below level 47 is an automatic win. The only thing you need are the torches. So if you buy them or if you harvest them or farm them, you'll be able to do immediate attacks. So you'll get torches a couple different ways. 1, buying them. 2, getting them for free. 3, buying the hero offer, which gives you torches on occasion too. And this one here, it says, it gives you 4. But farm them when you get them for free is always ideal. If you have the gems, I always say gotta get them if you can buy them. But don't waste the gems unless you really have to. You're going to be able to get your strength from your guild if you're not a very high level hero, or you don't have the high levels, because they don't really give you hero stuff that easy anymore. So this is what it is the game's way of trying to make money. So they want you to spend the money on this shit. So long story short, that's the best way to get your torches in order to play your solo raid. Now, solo raid strategy. Okay, well, again, circumstantial depending on level and ascension. Your typical strategy would be this type of deck. You want fast things that can do strength, but also has a good level of defense. So the Magic Construct is great for this level, especially if you have a high level Magic Construct, because As you lay down minions, he gets stronger. As he gets stronger, he gets bigger, and he gets tougher, so he can take the hits more. Really pivotal when you get further down like when you get to levels 50 and 60, because you need strong stuff on the field that's going to be able to take the hits from the spider, because it starts getting way aggressive as you move forward. The Valkyrie is always a good, because Valkyrie just hits hard. She's a hard hitter, and if you get the luxury of having equipment that will shield her, give you shield randomly, and you can get a shield on her, it gives you one extra blow that you can hit. Fearless Leader is always good, because the Fearless Leader's, rallying the lane, and anything you can do to get the lane to hit harder and do more attacks quicker is always a plus. So Fearless Leader is always a necessity. Also, he does group damage, so the group damage feature is a plus. Depending on your strategy, when it comes down to the little things you're going to throw on the field, I've seen people use just the regular skeletons, these ones here. That's a good idea. It's not bad. If you are going to go with that route, you do want to have the Soul Leech if you have her in your deck. Mine right now is Ascended, so she does group damage, which is just an extra perk of having her in the deck right now. But any little things that are going to be able to do a lot of damage but also die quick is going to give her strength. Same thing for the Bloodstalker. So if you can draw energy off more things on the field, you're just going to make them tougher. So those are always an idea to play. I've seen people supplement the Valkyrie or even the Magic Construct with Scourge. Scourge is okay, but he takes very long to multiply, so it's a risk, because by the time he gets down to the field and starts doing damage to the spider, will most likely be killed. But also, when he's Ascended, it's a little different, because you're already starting off with 2, and the duplication's faster. So it depends on the Ascension, I would say, use him. But another one I see what people supplement for the Valkyrie or for the Magic Construct would be your Phase Assassin. The Phase Assassin's good because of just her ability to walk down the lane. When you got, of course, you got the spider webs and you got the acid on the ground. She walks over that stuff without getting damaged. So she's invulnerable to anything on the field until she's confronted by either one of the little minion spiders or starts to attack the actual spider itself. So that's a good one to have, especially if Ascended. If she's Ascended, you must have her in your deck, because damn, she does damage like crazy. I mean, mine's a level 10. Just look at the damage that she does. That's 10,000 damage, almost 11,000 damage. So multiplied it by 2, each hit's taking 20,000 damage. Holy shit. That's a lot. And her health is not bad either. I mean, yeah, she'll die with one hit with the stomp, but most times, if you have her leveled up enough, especially if she's got the shield, she might be able to take a hit. So it's worthwhile to have. So on top of that, I like to have something that goes through things. So I always like to have an Amazon in my deck. Most people like using a Silver Ranger. Some people like to use the Rune Cannon. I go with Amazon because she cuts through the spider duplications, the ones that actually split when you kill them. I like having that as an option. Plus her distance away from the Duel, or even her spawn, the broodlings, is far enough to where it doesn't get hit by the stomp, so I like that. Could you possibly use maybe the Frost Witch? Yeah, she's weaker though, so if she does get hit with a spit or whatnot, she might die. I think she will die. At least if you have a high enough Amazon, she'll take the hit and still be able to fight. I like having Anubis because his range, he can't stay away from the stomp, but his range is good to where he can fight back some of the minion spiders that get put on the field. But also he's constantly producing extra skeletons, and having those extra skeletons being produced to feed your Soul Leech and to feed your Bloodstalker are always a plus in my book. And then I usually go with either 1 or 2. I sometimes don't go with 2 of these of the Undead Raid, but I'm going with 2 right now because of the fact that you have, the Ascension, which allows them to get put in the field further up. So I like to have that. Plus, since I have the Ascended Soul Leech, it's a perk to have. Plus, anything you can have that's little on the field will allow you to not have your stronger minions getting snatched up by the damn spider. So the spider will snatch at random. Most of the time, the things they snatch is the Magic Construct, definitely. If you have Silver Ranger or Rune Cannon, absolutely. Your Soul Leech will get snatched up, and Anubis will get snatched up out of the stuff I have on here. And then I've seen also the Amazon getting snatched up. The things they typically don't grab until last resort is your Bloodstalker, your Valkyries, and your fearless leaders. They will grab skeletons, so if you get skeletons down, you might be able to protect some of these other things, but I've seen, no matter how many skeletons I have on the field, the Magic Construct always gets snatched up. The game just does not like the Magic Construct because they know the threat the Magic Construct can actually deal. So that's kind of where the strategy goes with the deck picking. Anything else in the group right now, guys, I don't think, in my personal opinion, is a good strategy to utilize. I've seen people try to use the Abomination. That's a bad idea. He costs too much. If you're using Re and you have Re's power and you can maybe call him faster, maybe, but that's a gamble. I mean, that's I think even at that point it's 10. He drops down to only 10. That's too much of a cost for mana, especially in solo where you're only getting, I think, a minute and a half, I think is what they give you to fight. So it's just not worth the time. Seeing people utilize the Undead Warlord, no, too costly. Maybe when they have them ascended, maybe the elite archers, but they just don't do enough damage and they're weak. As strong as they are, they'll die with the spit, they'll die with the stomp, so they're just not worth it. And unless you plan on taking some hit to your portal, do not use Vengeful Construct because he will not be big enough for you to help. He will take hits. That's the only perk he'll have, but his damage output is not strong enough. I mean, he won't do enough damage for you. Those are really the things I would say to stay away from. If you can get Ascended Trinity, maybe use her because, you know, they all have their individual health, but again, they're susceptible to the stomp, so it's just not worth it. If you have a low level deck and you want to use something that you have access to, which would be like Treant with Ascension, the Treant with Ascension actually for the lower tier levels is actually pretty good, because he does group damage, he does heal your group. So if I was like, say, a level 4 hero or level 5 hero and I'm having a hard time moving up the solo ranks, I would definitely use the Treant with Ascension because of this heal. So he'll heal around him, but he also does pretty decent damage for a low tier minion card. So if you are a level 4 or 3 hero and you're having a hard time moving up solo and you need an idea, just throw Treant in there. He'll heal your group when they're at the spider. He'll still do good damage. He's a little slow. That's really a weakness on him, but I've used him before and I've seen it work. So, and if you are also a low hero, use your Rune Cannon, use your Silver Ranger. If you don't have access to all these minions, use the minions you have, and I would definitely use Rune Cannon if you have it, and the Silver Ranger. Another strategy is to use the Commander. You can throw Commander in your deck, and if you're going to use a freeze, switch Commander to a lane. Put everybody in one lane, freeze them, and then use your use the Fury, use your fearless leader in that lane, and just do as much damage as you possibly can until the spit or stomp comes your way. But fearless leader commander is a good strategy to use. But other than that, guys, really the only other thing that makes a big play is your equipment. You got to have solid equipment, and you got to stay away from things like Magic Find. That is not necessary in this event because you're not getting any equipment that's unique. Magic Find is solely for the books. When you're playing the campaign books, that's when you want your equipment to have Magic Find. What you're looking for really is your siege damage, your minion power. You want your minion ability to be pretty decent. Your spell cooldown is a good one to have because the faster you can use your spells, the better, and a critical chance. So anything else like Magic Find, the portal regeneration, the shock chance, portal health, those I don't give a shit about, to be honest with you, because you'll seldomly ever die or lose to the spider because of your portal. Just being honest, the portal never gets destroyed. So why invest any type of resources into the portal? It just doesn't make sense. So don't waste your time on those type of things for your equipment. It's just not worth it. You will hurt yourself more than help yourself. So it's just not worth doing it, guys. One thing I will say is if you haven't been doing it, you need to be farming your campaigns. I have said it before and I'll continue to say it. You have to farm your campaigns. If you're not farming your campaign book daily at least, or at least getting your total of 60 whatchamacallits, what is it called? I'm sorry. The glory points, then you're hurting yourself. So you need to do your glory point of harvesting daily. Get to 60. They give you up to 60 you can farm a day, so do it. Me, I get 12 of the little candles a day, so I got a bigger perk than most people have. But just farm until you can get to 60. You have to do it, guys. If you want to have any leg in the game to win, you're going to have to do that. That's just a given. So on that note, that's the best thing I can say. You get equipment through the campaigns, you get your glory points, you get your ability to build up your ascensions. So why would you not do that? Prepare yourself for these raids. That's the best thing I can say. So let's look at the solo raid. So I'm gonna go with the deck that I had. As you can see, I typically buy my torches, buy my freezes and such, try to stock myself up for the guild raid. I try not to use them during the regular raid solo, but I'm just going to demonstrate this deck that I'm using right now. I might throw in the commander so you can see how I do the commander one, but I usually kill these things so fast it's hard for me to really demonstrate this appropriately, guys. Okay, so let's see what happens if it decides to load. There it goes. Had to think for a second. Alright, so Ruul's animation is one of the slowest ones. I really hate it. It just seems like it takes forever. Alright, so I'm throwing my strength, I'm divvying it up. I haven't used anything yet. I should have actually changed those to arrows, so that was my fault. I didn't update my spells. There's the stomp. I see my Valkyrie took the hit, and that's it. So again, my people hit a little harder, guys, so if you're comparing me to you and you don't have a level 7 with some level 10 or 11 card minions, it's not a fair comparison. However, the strategy still holds, so definitely take advantage of what you're seeing as far as strategy is concerned. So I'm gonna try to do a commander. Let me see here. So I will swap out, I don't need that, so just to show you the commander situation, I'm gonna swap out my Amazon and go with that, and I'm gonna change my spell to what I want it to be. I go with the arrows because I just want that defense just in case my people get pushed out of the way and I'm getting attacked by all the spiders. Anything else really doesn't matter because of the fact that nothing does damage to Azul or to the broodling, so anything else you use is just, you know, a one laner attack. So why would you do a one laner attack when you can do a group attack, which is the arrows? So let's go ahead and try this again. This time with the commander in the deck. I would not recommend doing double commander. That's a risk. Okay, so we have the guy who grows the growing spiders, and they kind of crapped on me here a little bit by giving me the double. All right, so this is all right, and they got me a commander, which is good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 of those there. He does group damage, so that's good. All right, so I'm gonna do this. Hopefully they won't kill it before our commander, and then Fury. See, the Fury's in that lane, and they're just doing crazy damage. Also feeding my soul leech, so that's good. And that's how you'd use the commander. You just strategically drop down your group deck. So, like, say for instance, you have the skeletons, whether it be the undead army or the undead horde or whatever. Throw those down first, then commander, then your spell. You just gotta time it right because that spider will be unpredictable sometimes. Try not to go in the lane where your strength's at. That's probably the other strategy I can give you. So say for instance you use commander, you're going to use commander, but you already have a soul leech or a bloodstalker or a Valkyrie in the middle lane. When you're about to drop down your commander, drop down the commander in any other lane but the lane where your strength is at, because that spider's algorithm is going to spit or whatever in that lane where all the strength was. So if you had a Valkyrie, Bloodstalker, Magic Construct in the middle lane, and you decide to put the commander in the middle lane to move everybody into that middle lane, you will kill everybody because he will spit. I'm telling you right now, the spider will spit in that lane. It's just going to happen. So try to go into any other lane other than where your power's at, if you're going to use the commander strategy. If you're not using the commander strategy, don't worry about that then. So, but that's how you would use the commander, guys. So let me go ahead and change my deck back to what I want, which is non-commander. So let's see here. Okay, and sorry if my stuff's moving slow, guys. My phone is getting really hot for one reason or another. Okay, everything looks good. I think that's one of the problems with my stuff, is that my phone gets really hot playing this game and recording at the same time. It's weird. Never used to do that. Okay, so I'm just... Alright, so this is a Snatcher. So as you can see, it's snatching everything up, which is fine. So I should have just waited and let everything take its course like it was supposed to. So I'm just going to sacrifice a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead... Oh, and you're a spitter. Oh, so I'm going to go one lane here. Oh, and you're grabbing again. Interesting. Alright, why aren't you putting down? There you go. And this is why I have the arrows, guys. Bam. Okay, so I'm going in that middle lane, or bottom lane. Alright, now I put my skeletons down. Now any snatches should grab them. I would have liked to have been able to demonstrate that. But you're also stomping. This is aggressive. I'm not used to them being like this. This is different. Maybe they changed the spider's algorithm. Usually not that aggressive, even at level like 49, 50. They shouldn't be that aggressive. But he did stomping, 2 sets of grabs, and spitting. Okay. Alright, let's do... How many more? I have 3 more torches. Let's try to push through and see what happens. Unless my phone decides to explode. Okay. Alright, this one seems like the typical like overwhelm. So I'm not too worried about this one. So what I'm doing now is I'm just putting everything in certain spots. I'm neglecting the bottom lane, as you can see. I could care less about what the hell they're doing down there. Because look at the portal damage. It is not doing anything to my portal. So why do I care? Most people would waste like a torch or use a scroll here. Like they would freeze them or wind it or something. Why? Why waste that? Only use them when you need them. I try to save those for my guild raid. If you need them for sure during your battle, only use them when you know you're going to need it. But don't waste it just because you don't want to have anything obstructing. That's one of the common issues I see people do, is that they just waste the scrolls. Like so arbitrarily, just throwing them down. I'm like, why are you doing that? There's no need to use it unless you think you need to use it. And if you have the right spells and the right minions in your deck, you shouldn't have that much of concern. You have so much portal health comparable to what they can do as far as damage is concerned, it's not worth it. The growing spiders and the red spiders are the ones you want to be scared of to be at your portal. Any of the other ones, don't give a shit. Don't worry about them. Don't sweat it. It's not going to be a big deal. If you have the right spell, like right now I'm doing my normal strategy of just focusing on the multiple lanes, letting my guys do their thing. You know, doing all the damage I possibly can. I'm gonna let that top lane spawn, and I'm gonna let them do their thing, and I'm gonna hit them with, my arrows here in a minute. They're gonna do damage. It's gonna happen. So you're gonna start seeing the damage come down because the red ones are up there. But this is why I do this. Bam. And see, by the amount of health that thing has left, you know, it's struggling to stop me. So it was trying to do everything it could to stop me, but it couldn't. So yeah, just don't sweat the portal damage, guys. It's just, people get scared with that portal damage. This isn't a regular battle. It's a robot. You're playing a bot. The bot has a set parameter that it has to do. They're not gonna all of a sudden throw a hell fiend or some shit at your portal that's gonna kill you. You don't have to worry about that. It's not worth the stress, guys. All right, well, that's a good equipment there. I'll take that. Okay, and I'll use my last torch for level 52. This is a lot of health. This is 1,019,000 more, 195,000 more. Okay, 1,195,000 more than what my damage will do from the Ruul attack. His animation's so damn slow though, it drives me crazy. Alright, so in this instance here, I'm going to split up a little bit. I'm going to deviate up my my attackers. And I'm going to wait. I knew that was going to happen to them. So now I'm going to throw my skills. Alright. And now I'm going to throw that and do rage. Okay, and then I'm going to do my Bloodstalker. I'm gonna use the arrows to take care of that nonsense. I wish I would have had my my girl down before he did the stomp, but it's okay. And now I'm just throwing everything in that lane and furying it, and also using my Fearless Leader, and that should be enough. Yeah. Damn, this thing's moving slow. I think this phone is getting really hot. Yeah, the back end is hot. But yeah, that's it, really, guys. I mean, as far as strategy is concerned, I don't know what else to really explain on it. It's again a matter of how high your hero is, and if you have a low hero, using the appropriate minions. And if you do have a higher tiered hero, 6 or above, this is probably the deck I would say to use. And if you decide to use Commander, the biggest thing I can tell you is do not put your Commander in the same lane your Strength was. Switch them out. Once you start playing this game enough, you'll really start recognizing the spider's pattern and what the spider goes for and where he spits and where he does not spit. Or she, I'm sorry, it's a her. So you can start identifying, okay, if I have this in this lane and this in this lane, don't put the Commander in this lane here with this thing because I know it's going to spit there in a second. Switch it up. And just be, and like I said, just be strategic. That's the best advice I can potentially give for the solo raid stuff. But since we're on the screen, let's do one regular battle. I can show you guys the deck I'm using right now. This is my battle record right now. I had 1 loss here, but that was, I'm not going to make an excuse, but the game gave me everything expensive instead of any of my lower stuff. So if you look at my deck, the only major things I have that cost me a lot are the Undead Raid, the Lord Sumrak, the Amazon, and then we start getting into 5s. You're talking the Ice Witch and the Bloodstalker. Everything else is lower. The odds for me getting everything that's above, that's a 5 and above for the first half of the battle is kind of bullshit. But it is what it is. I'll take the hit. I'll take the loss. It's not like I needed it for anything. But as you can see, my record stands for itself that I was having a pretty good game streak. Either way, this is the deck that I am using, and that's the strategy I'm going with. It's kind of a little bit of overwhelm with some mixture of lane clearing and range. So let me kind of just show you how it works. So it's a Ruul. What's he doing? Man, this thing is moving slow. There it goes. Alright, so he's using the lava and the meteor. Okay. So I put down the skellies. I'm thinking about doing double skellies, but single skellies is fine right now. He's probably doing the same thing I'm doing with the Soul Leech. Let's see here. Great minds think alike. Alright, so I'll put her down there just to kind of get rid of... Oh! And he's going to kill her. No, he did not, because I don't think he realized that she did group damage. I think he was paying attention. Now, he's got to hit her with that meteor. Unless he's thinking he's going to do something else. You got to do the meteor now, brother. Yeah, there we go. Alright, bam. Alright, so I might be able to get another... Oh, nope. So let's go ahead and kill that. I was going to put Sumrak up there, but I'm holding off on that. Alright. Alright, Skellies. You don't want that middle lane, huh? So let's suck up some stuff and make that middle lane another threat. Alright. I probably should have lightning bolted him, but I decided not to. Alright. He's gonna now have to make a decision. And he made a bad one. Alright. Skelly's down there for him, and it's over. Yeah. Good game, though. Made me think. Yeah, it's this deck is pretty intense because of just how fast and the strength. Again, I have some higher level minions, so like my skeletons are strong. You know, I think they're like a level 11 or 10 or something like that, top tier 10. My Viper is pretty tough, and my Bloodstalker, he's been my favorite minion forever. So he was always going to be probably one of my trump cards that I have in my deck. But it's just, you know, it's yeah, they're level 11s. Everything I have is pretty much a level 11 that I have right now, besides Sumrak, and I can actually power him up to be a top tier level 10 if I wanted to. But I hold off on those when they actually are asked for during your quests for the day. But let's see here. Let's check him out. See what his win rate was like. Some Hydra group. He's doing good. And he had level 11 stuff too, so it's not like he's a Trump person. Yeah, I mean, he's got a pretty strong deck. And he's played some. Yeah, that's not a bot. Yeah, he's playing some crazy decks too. So no, good. Either way, guys. All right, so that's my strategy for the solo raid. So hopefully, Jicker, it's what you wanted, man. So hopefully you're satisfied with the video information that I gave you. And anybody else who's watching this video, hopefully you guys appreciate it and got some insight and information from it. And if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. And for all my new subscribers, welcome to the club. And like I said, once I get to 100 subscribers, I am going to go live. So that's still my objective. I just got to get to 100. So please don't forget to share the video if you can. Spread the word out. If you're part of guilds and you think your guilds will benefit from the information that we have on my channel, feel free to do so and share it with them. And let's get some additional subscribers on this thing. But other than that, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. Like I always say, stay safe, stay sharp. Until next time, talk to you then.